Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And of course, if you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to our lovely channel. Guys, today is another beautiful day. We've been saying this for over 3 years. It's been over 3 years since I've had a bad day here trading stocks, doing what I love. However you want to refer to it, in the office, working. It's been over 3 years. So it's been 3 years, right? On the contrary, 3 years of consistency. 3 years of us showing up here each and every day and putting forth our best effort. There was a day I went outside in my backyard with tears coming out of my eyes because I could not recognize the person that I was whilst I was trading on that day. Indiscipline, breaking the rules, doing everything that I said I should not do, everything that goes against what it means to be a profitable trader. But I stayed resilient, I stayed focused, I stayed patient, and I continued to work on becoming more disciplined. Routine, each and every single day, trying my best to do the same things over and over. And those are the good things, the right things to do. In the times and the moments where it's hard, making sure I put forth my best effort and always choosing the correct thing and not moving off of my emotions. It is so hard. It is not easy. It is so hard every day coming in here and trying to be like a robot, trying not to get emotional. And a lot of times, a lot of us can fall victim to it. And, you know, it's a testament to our humanity, but it's one of those things that it's so tricky and it's so hard to master. But if we can, we will be able to see consistency. So for those of you out there who are still working, who are still grinding, who are still trying to find a way, keep on keeping on, because you only have to become disciplined once for it to start to spread out and you gain consistency over the long run. And as we know, the more experience you get, the more confident you become, the more competent you become, and you can increase your exposure to risk. And so that's what we've been doing here over the course of the weeks, months, and years. And you guys will slowly continue to see as our green days slowly continue to increase. Let Relentless Trader be the beacon of hope to remind you guys that it does not have to be done in one day. It does not have to be done overnight. We've been at this for years, and now we are being able to reap the benefits, the reward. And so slowly, slowly and patiently, it can be done. All right. So, today we're going to talk about how I was able to make $1,700. A lot of the questions that we'll get from the people who are newer or who are having a hard time, it's, hey, Relentless, where do I buy? Where do I sell? And how do I go about managing my risk? That's the questions that we'll usually get. And you know what? Today's the last day of July, but I want to talk about something here, something very special, right? Merciless markets. For those of you who don't know, this is the day trading course that I have, and we are going to do something crazy for the next couple of months, next couple of weeks coming up. There's an event going on in Las Vegas a few months from now, and it's called Traders for a Cause. It's a seminar type conference that's going to last a weekend, and Marcelo and myself has decided that we're going to go to this seminar, and we are going to bring along one lucky MMU member. I shouldn't be talking about this yet, but I cannot contain my excitement. I'm supposed to wait for tomorrow, but I cannot contain my excitement. This has never been done before. I'd like to say that we are the first people to be doing this. And shout out to Save, who brought this up to us. We will fly out, one of you guys, an MMU Gold member, will be flown out to Vegas, all expenses paid for this particular weekend, to come and learn and grow with us. So when it comes down to understanding where to buy, where to sell, how to manage risk, guys, check out Merciless Markets. All right. Coupon code Vegas is now live. Coupon code Vegas. If you want to learn how to trade, and you want a professional, organized curriculum, go through the classes, go through the chapters, where step by step we go through everything we know. We lay it all out on the table. We lay it all out on the table, and this is here for the people who are serious. Because 90% of people who are slacking, they've already clicked off this video. In that motivational speech, they're already gone. This is not for them. Those are the 90% of people who are struggling, who are not putting in the full effort. But for those of you who want something more than the recaps and the live trading on YouTube, check out MMU. Go through these chapters, go through them slowly, utilize Marcelo and myself as a resource, and let's grow and learn together. Now, we do not guarantee profitability because, of course, day trading is hard, and me and you are the variables, right? The individual trading on the computer station, we are the variable. We still have to put in the work. We still have to show up to class. We can go to university and still fail. We have to show up to class on time, be punctual, be present, participate, ask questions, do our homework and study. Just as if it's a normal school, you have to treat this like you're going to an actual school. You've set aside time for it. And this is a way. This is not the only way. There are other people out there who are credible. I will say, right, I'm a fair person. There are other strategies out there, but this is one way, and this is my way. This is the relentless way. This particular strategy is the relentless trader way. Scalping, free commission brokers primarily is what we use here. And these are the things that you can get when you join in. Lectures, the course itself, weekly Q&As, free live archives. Well, rather, if you're a member, of course, you get the live archives. You get my archives, right? Marcelo's archives, my archives. Marcelo, another six-figure trader who is even more aggressive than I am, right? A daily watch list and trade plan, low latency streaming via Discord, the MMU trading chat and inner circle via the Discord, one-on-one mentorship, and lifetime access to the chat, right? Which is, of course, the Discord. So, get started today. Get started today. We're going to talk more about winning a trip to Vegas coming soon. All right, guys, coming soon. I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow with Marcelo. Let's jump into some of the patterns that I traded in order to see some green. So we had stock TUP. Stock TUP. If we look at the daily chart on this thing, this stock has been going up over the last couple of weeks, or let's say couple of days. Going back to the 20th, we went from a low of 61 cents to 104, and then to 182. It pulled back, and then again 213, and then 375. It pulled back to 267, and now today 479. So TUP, first daily candle here again to make the new high after the pullback, continues and does well. So as the stock starts to break out in this incline here, this is where I'm able to capitalize, scalping in and out. So if you were paying attention to this from the start, for those of you who are new, for those of you who are in our classes, let's talk about some of the patterns that we see here. So we have this pink line first and foremost, which is the 200 EMA. This is an indicator that is widely known and recognized in the community from small caps, mid caps, and large cap traders. So we use it, right? And the 200 EMA on this stock was at 346. Earlier this morning, the stock gets up there, it pulls back, and so it tells us that this moving average, this moving average is acting as a resistant, right? It's resistance. A lot of people will decide to sell their shares at this level. Some people will decide to buy the stock in hopes of it going down at this level. A couple of different reasons why we will struggle. People will also take profits at the level sometimes. So it rejects initially, and then it pulls back, and then it's up, it's sideways, and then it starts to curl around 10:15 a.m. It gets up there, and then we get candles to close above the level. This is where this thing really started to look good. At this time, I was trading some other stocks, so I didn't catch it from the very beginning, but this was pretty good. We held above this level, we came down, and then a huge bottoming wick. So again, at this point, short sellers, people who are buying the stock hoping for it to go down, are scared. They start to get out. People start to become more confident, for to the long side, buying and hoping it go higher, and from there it completely takes off. So we had a beautiful flag here with a bottoming wick, and this thing completely ripped. Even here, right? VWAP off of VWAP, lighter volume, but still holding up the VWAP level, continuing higher, flagging and pushing up. And so right here, this thing took off, and we saw the same type of setups over and over again. So here, pulled back, ripped higher, another flag. So, how do you approach these flags, right? Well, we're watching at the low, we're waiting for the low to be priced in, and then we're risking off of those levels. So right here, we initially had a low of 367, the candle bounced up and then pulled back. But in between this low of 67 and the bounce back to, let's say, 75.80, there's a couple of cents to be made. Okay, we make a new low again, and we take the same trade again. And so it curls back up this time all the way to 88. And this is how we're seeing some of our gains. Now, this is a small flag, right? Let me use my drawing tool here. The white lines that we're seeing are representing smaller flags. Picture your country's flag. There's a flagpole and the flag is going sideways. Sometimes it'll be a little rectangular. Other times the flags might be a little triangular, all right? So keep that in mind. That's what we're really paying attention for here. And so, we go up. We get this bit of a triangular, pullback and then extension. And so again and again and again, this flag here doesn't quite hold up as well as it tries to go, but back down. And so this is where we start to zoom out. When we start to get congestion, we start to say, you know what, let's zoom out a little bit, right? And so we zoom out and we come down to our bigger time frames, and we start to see that there's just now one huge flag going on. So let's remove this bar and let's just put a big line right here representing a whole new flag, right? So now we're watching at the same trade, just in now a larger time frame, right? So, larger time frame, right? Larger time frame. And, this is again where we are looking to make our money, risking off the lows, selling higher, buying high for a breakout when we get up here with tight stops, and looking for the extension. So if I'm in, let's say I'm in down here, I'm selling up here, and I buy back again because I'm thinking an extension is going to happen. If the extension doesn't happen, my risk is very limited because I'm keeping a tight stop. There will be days where I take a bigger loss doing this, but it's not often, it's not frequent. Now, it does decide to pull away over here. So when I buy back higher and it keeps going, then I can sell into the higher move, and that's exactly what I did. And then I continued. You see another smaller flag, pull back and just higher over and over and over again. And on this stock, truthfully, I think if I'm to be more locked in on just one stock, I do miles better than just 500. But opportunity will cost. And between this time here of 10 and 10:30, there were other stocks moving, such as YELL, right? We can see YELL between 9:50 and about 10:30, also moving up and giving entries as well. And so for me, sometimes I honestly wish I could clone myself to be able to trade it with 3 different computer stations, because I can watch 3 different stocks and trade efficiently. But sometimes I'm back and forth and it means that I'm missing entries. And so here again, this pushes up. We started to flag here above VWAP, but the flag doesn't quite hold. We break down a little bit, right? It goes sideways, and then it starts to pull away. And I missed on this particular stock, I missed this first move, and I missed the second move up until this point right here. So I missed all of this action here. I missed all of this. And I really and truly only started trading it up until this area here. So, sometimes that's how it goes. You're not going to catch them all. And I did, though, when I came here, understood the assignment. Hey, this thing's been moving without me. I'm a little late to the party, but better late than never. And so here I am. I'm coming in, and there are some entries that we call baby pullbacks, right? So notice the high of this candle is 38, and there's the low into the new candle at 35. So this is a 1 minute time frame. Down below we have a 5 minute time frame and a 3 minute time frame, right? So within 1 minute, within one candle, sometimes we can see a stock pull back within the same candle and then continue. It's something that you'll see better if you're using a lower time frame, let's say 15-second chart or a level 2. And for those of you who watch on all the time, you guys know that I love to use level 2. In fact, this is what the level 2 will look like. This instrument right here with all these different colors, right? The level 2 shows me price action real time, buyers and sellers that are coming in the moment. And so that allows me to see how the stock is performing sub 1 minute. In fact, it's ongoing. So I can see how the stock is performing every second throughout the course of a minute. So if you want to say the level 2 is a 1 second chart, it can be a 10-second chart, it can be more, it can be less, it can be all, depending on how you're utilizing it in the moment, right? On the trades. So the baby pullback occurs when a stock pulls back within the 1 minute candle or pulls back within the 1 minute candle as it's closing, heading into the new candle coming up. And so in this case, to put an accurate trend line, you can see we had the high of 38, and then we dipped down to a low of 35 into this new candle before surging up. And so in these areas, these are the type of trades I'm taking, because when it comes to our bigger patterns, the flag, the 3 bar plays, and so forth and so forth, there isn't those patterns are not forming in these type of areas. So I'm trading, let's say the smaller time frames in these areas, but then when we do start to form a pattern on the larger time frames, as we just saw on the other stock, the flags, or in this case a bit of a wedge. The wedge is like a longer flag, a bigger flag, right? And we call it a wedge because we start to get tighter and tighter. You can see the range here wide, and then it starts to get narrow. It gets narrow and narrow and narrow, and then squeeze either up or down. And which way is it going to be? In this case, we're going to go up. And so Relentless is buying, 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 and buying, and selling, selling, selling into the move higher. So that's essentially how we were able to make $1,200 on this one, and then another 500 on the other one, and make $1,700 today. And I was very conservative today, actually. Um, you know, I've been letting it come naturally, but you also still have to be on the assertive side of things and push yourself, push your comfort zone. Trading is very delicate. It is tricky, and it's just this process that you have to really embrace, taking it slow. And so I will continue to embrace it. I'm going to continue to look forward to it. I'm going to continue to look forward to being here every day, being consistent, being disciplined. And I encourage all of you relentless traders out there to do the same, especially those of you merciless traders who are inside the classes. All right. Remember that day trading is risky. Remember that these markets are merciless. So do not get caught slipping in these Wall Streets. All right. Remember the disclaimer, guys. There's been a lot of spam, a lot of scammers. There's been a lot of people who are pretending to be me. So be careful of the fake accounts. Down in the YouTube comments, down in the TikTok comments, all comment sections. Watch out for fake Relentless Trader accounts. I will never ask you to contact me via Telegram or WhatsApp. I don't use those apps, so be very careful. Um, Also, watch out for talks about mirror trading in Discord, options trading. I will never ask you for money. I will never ask you for personal information. I'll never ask you to click on any weird looking links. Guys, the only links that I have are the links in my description, all right? With the YouTube channel, the links to my social medias, things like that. I'll never ask you to click on any weird link, Bitcoin stuff, all of that red flags. I will never message you first. That's also a red flag. All right. I'm busy here trading and working with students. I'm not just reaching out to hundreds of people trying to message them. So stay safe. Do not get yourself scammed. And we're gonna continue to mention the disclaimers throughout the videos to help the community. We're gonna continue to post the disclaimers everywhere we can. Guys, stay safe, stay green. It's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless Trader. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and I'll catch you guys bright and early, 9:15 a.m. tomorrow morning for, you got it, another beautiful day. All right.